I think that's been the biggest thing for myself is like, my parents always encouraged me to go after whatever I wanted, to always have confidence in the things that I was doing, and it's gotten me to a lot of really cool places.
What's driving them behind the scenes?
That's just the biggest thing. Like, everybody else is working really hard, so you better work harder.
This holiday season, the team is back in front of the cameras, this time for a special message that will make this season a little warmer. Today, we uncover the stories that fueled this incredible run. Picture this: a team united, not just by their jerseys, but by something deeper. Are you ready to see what's really pushing the Fever to new heights? Let's go!
I think my love for basketball has been the motivation of why I'm here. I love everything about it.
Let's talk about Lexi Hull, the sharpshooter who's become Caitlin Clark's closest friend on the Fever roster picture. This a player struggling to find her rhythm. Early in her career, Hull faced consistency issues that had fans and critics wondering if she'd ever live up to her potential. So what kept Lexi going through the tough times?
My mom inspires me so much growing up and even today. She's one of the most hardworking people, so I just look up to her in so many ways.
But here's where it gets interesting. Hull transformed into a three-point specialist. Her accuracy from beyond the arc skyrocketed from 34.5% in 2023 to an impressive 45.2% in 2024. That's league-leading accuracy. This sharp shooting creates space and opportunities for her teammates. And it's inspiring to see what helps Lexi stay the course.
I think having young girls in the stands makes me feel like a role model.
While Hull shooting created opportunities, an unexpected alliance was forming on the court. Grace Bearer and Kate and Clark. Once fierce college competitors quickly put aside their history to form a powerful partnership on the Fever. Bearer admitted there was definitely some initial weirdness, but we both wanted to win so badly that we focused on our shared goal.
I think my parents, both of them, just seeing how, they would go to work and come home immediately and be all about the family, be so selfless in the sense that they did anything they could to help me reach those goals.
In the coming season, we're all looking forward to an increased role for Grace. And we're so happy to hear more about her story.
Little girl, I absolutely idolized college basketball players. I absolutely idolized people in the WNBA. And they really motivated me in all aspects of my life to be better, to work hard, strive to be just like them. So when I see those little girls in the crowd, just get a picture with them or really just model for them, what being a strong woman looks like, I take that very seriously. It's the best part of what I get to do.
Aaliyah Boston, the 2023 Rookie of the Year, faced enormous pressure to elevate her game in her sophomore season. But what really motivates Aaliyah to be at her best every day?
My sister and my family. My sister because she's the reason I started playing basketball. I wanted to follow in her footsteps. And then when it comes to my family, they've just made so many sacrifices for me and my sister to be where we are. And so I'm just super blessed for them.
But Boston's impact went far beyond the stat sheet. Her growth as a leader became evident as the season progressed, with Boston anchoring the team. The Fever's culture shifted dramatically. Her pick-and-roll chemistry with Clark became a nightmare for opposing defenses. Expectations soared, and a winning mentality took hold throughout the roster. Boston's leadership on and off the court played a crucial role in transforming the Fever into a true contender.
The single biggest motivation that I have was just because I wanted to be successful. I feel like I set high dreams and goals for myself, and just to be able to check them off is a blessing.
As a blessing as the Fever's transformation continued. Boston's impact rippled through the entire organization. The team's newfound confidence spread like wildfire. Are you ready to see how this momentum carried the Fever to even greater height? Katie, Elle Sampson's role on the Indiana Fever evolved in ways few could have predicted, while she joined the team known for her shooting skills. Her true impact emerged off the court. Samuelson became a mentor to the younger players, sharing insights from her years in the league. Her leadership and experience quickly became invaluable to a roster brimming with young talent. But what really inspires Katie Lou on and off the court?
My sister definitely inspired me the most growing up and throughout my adult life. She's the person I go to when I need advice or I need someone to lean on. She's always there for me.
Lexi Hull couldn't stop singing her praises. Katie Lou always pushes us to be better and leads by example. Her experience is something we all look up to. And as a new mom, balancing this new role while being an elite athlete is surely not easy. Here's Katie Lou talking about that balance.
My single biggest motivation now is my daughter. I think she inspires me to do everything that I'm doing. She's inspired me to get back and to just keep going forward. And growing up, it was my sisters and my family. They always pushed me to be the best I could, and they were always there for me.
Remember when the Fever's point guard situation seemed settled, Wheeler faced challenges adapting to coach Christie side's new system and playing alongside rookie sensation Caitlin Clark, but she didn't back down. Instead, she evolved, becoming a mentor, a cheerleader, and the team's #1 supporter. But what really inspires Erica to show up daily, regardless of her role?
I have to say my mom. My mom was a single parent. It's 3 of us. I have 2 older sisters. I'm the baby, unfortunately. I'm just being able to see her wake up every day and just provide for us. That's kind of where I kind of got my hustle from, because I've always seen my mom work.
But Wheeler's influence extends beyond the hardwood. Her presence in the locker room and ability to connect with teammates has become the glue holding this Fever team together.
Being able to stay in the league, I think that's the biggest thing. It's very hard to stay in this league. It's only 144 spots. So I think for me, just being able to land on a roster every year, I'll have to say that for sure.
Kelsey Mitchell faced a pivotal moment in her career with Caitlin Clark's arrival. Would she adapt or fade away? Mitchell's response was remarkable. The 2024 season saw Mitchell elevate her game to new heights. She didn't just maintain her scoring prowess, she became even more efficient. Her shooting percentages skyrocketed, making her a constant threat on the court. What was Kelsey's anchor in all of this?
Dad was like everything. My dad kind of put into perspective what it was like to like really work hard and really like back up your hard work with being a good person.
Mitchell's evolution complemented Clark's game perfectly. Their partnership created a dynamic that left defenses scrambling. Her improved shooting stretches the floor, creating space for her teammates to operate. This opens up driving lanes and passing options that weren't there before. Here's Kelsey talking about her past and how it's fueling her future.
I think the single motivation was where I come from. Cincinnati, Ohio is not a place many people can get out of. For the longest, all I knew was, the great players that came out of Cincinnati. And it gave me the platform, it gave me the push to kind of like get to this point.
Mitchell summed it up. Best, having Caitlin here has pushed me to become a better player. We're learning from each other every day. The Fever now boasts 2 elite scorers who can create for themselves and others. It's a combination that's already giving opponents headache. Remember when you were the new kid in school trying to keep up with a faster pace? That's exactly what Christy Wallace faced when she joined the WNBA from Australia. The league's lightning-fast tempo caught her off-G guard at first, but what really inspired her to pick up the ball?
My dad kind of helped me, start and continue basketball, especially early on.
But Wallace didn't just adapt, she brought her unique Aussie flair to the Indiana Fever. Her international background shaped a distinctive play style that sets her apart on the court. Wallace's quick hands and anticipation skills, honed in Australia's competitive leagues, translate perfectly to the WNBA's PACE. The energy she brings from down under has lit a fire under the entire Fever squad.
Part of the W is just, it's tough. I think that, that challenge really stretches me and it helps me to see what I can get out of myself.
While Wallace's energy sparked the Fever's defense, another player was quietly building momentum on offense. NaLyssa Smith, the second overall pick in the 2022 WNBA draft, entered the 2024 season with sky-high expectations, but her start was rocky, averaging just 10.7 points per game early on, despite the early struggles. What kept NaLyssa going?
My mother, probably. Just the strongest woman I know. I've seen her do anything and everything, so I definitely said my mom.
As the season progressed, Smith found her rhythm alongside Aaliyah Boston. In the front court, their partnership became a force to be reckoned with, running pick-and-roll plays that left defenders scrambling. Smith's rebounding improved dramatically, giving the Fever a powerful 1-W punch on the boards. Her partnership with Boston in the front court is giving opponents nightmares, and it's clear that Smith is just scratching the surface of her potential.
Knowing that I belong in this league and knowing that I have what it takes, to be one of the best players in this league.
Ever wonder how a player can change the entire energy of a team without scoring big? Victoria Saxton's story redefines what it means to be valuable in the WWNBA. Saxton joined the Fever as a role player, but her journey wasn't easy. She initially struggled for playing time, leaving fans wondering if she'd make an impact. So what kept Victoria motivated all this time?
Because she's just a strong woman. She's been through so much, and she just shows me to never let anything bother you and just push through always.
The Fever embraced their underdog identity. They welcomed a game-changing talent to their roster. Caitlin Clark, fresh off a historic college career, joined the team with die-high expectations. The pressure was immense, but Clark rose to the challenge in her rookie season. She broke 62 records, leaving fans and analysts amazed. But what really motivates Clark to achieve great things?
I think the single biggest motivation is definitely knowing there's people around me that are also getting better, and you always as a competitor just have a fire and a will to want to win and get better and just beat everybody else.
Clark's impact went beyond impressive stats. Her exceptional passing and scoring. Big ability revitalized the Fever's offense. She elevated the play of her teammates, creating opportunities and opening up the court in ways that had opposing defenses. Scrambling, her influence extended far beyond the hardwood attendance at Fever games. Skyrocketed merchandise sales soared. And suddenly, the Indiana Fever became a hot topic in basketball conversations across the country. Clark's presence energized the fan base and brought new excitement to the franchise.
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
Clark's arrival has not only transformed the team's once-court performance, but has also reignited passion for women's basketball in Indiana. And throughout the world, with her at the helm, the Fever are poised for a new era of success. How will Clark and her teammates build on this momentum in the seasons to come?
My expectation is to be one of the best players in the world one day. I wouldn't expect anything less than that.
The Indiana Fever's journey from underdogs to play contenders has been truly remarkable. This diverse group of players came together to create something special, transforming the entire franchise.
More history for the Fever rookie!
At this point, continue to be myself, and I think a lot of good will come from that.
Looking ahead, the future is bright. For the Fever, with a young corp led by Clark, Boston, Mitchell, and Hull, they're poised to make waves in the league. Experts predict they could become serious playoff contenders in the coming seasons. The question now is how soon they'll be competing for a championship. The Fever's rise is just beginning, and they need you along for the ride. Let's make some noise for the 2025 season. Are you ready to be part of this incredible journey?